Okay, I've got my flasks in a bucket of sand. Also, because they're used to being under pressure in the sand. So now after 6 days, I'm ready to wash them. And there it is, the best one of them all. Look at that nice patina. I hope it stays on this one at least. Well, I don't get to film every hole I dig because some of them are just better off not to be filmed. Here's a straight side of Coke. The only soda I found intact, or wasn't even any pieces showing up. It's from Beaufort, but it's pretty common, I think. I'd rather have found the mid-script one, but I can't complain. Gotta love finding straight side of Cokes. Alright, there's an aqua flask from another hole. Unfortunately, it had to be broken. That would be probably, could have been worth $500 or $600 being that it's aqua. I'm still learning about these. The embossing's not that strong, but it's a nice shard from my collection. I'll save it like most people would when they find these. Well, they're all cleaned up. I guess you shouldn't count your chickens before they hatch. I would have sworn they were all in perfect condition, but 2 of them are damaged. But luckily, the ones with the trees are the ones that are not damaged, because that's going to be in my collection right there. And then the smaller size, and it's in mint condition. And the big pint size. This one's perfect, although that giant bubble's kind of scary. Bunch of little tiny bubbles next to it. Those are kind of neat, but that giant bubble is going to make it too dangerous to tumble it. So I'll just have to use acid. And the other pint-sized one, which I thought was perfect. Somebody dropped some kind of metal piece on it. And as you can see, there's a split right there. A crack. And I'm pretty sure that's an old crack because you'd be able to tell if it looked really clean in there. And of course the piece of metal is right where the crack is, and you should never pull a piece of metal off like that because it'll make it crack if it isn't already. So I'm going to have to wait till I get home and soak it in acid. Muriatic, 50% water added. And another half pint. It's a nice example. No damage to this one. And it's got this Glassworks company, which you saw down in the privy probably. And then this one. It's got really strong embossing on it. And it doesn't have that Glassworks company on it. It's got some kind of a number. 118 it looks like. And it has a slight blue tint to it. And this is the one with the nice patina on it. And strong embossing. But it does have a little bit of damage. Somewhere. Yeah, right there. A little bit of a crack. Still displays pretty well. This other thing that looks like a crack is actually a manufacturing flaw. The crack is actually over there. Or could it be the same? Anyway, it's not too badly damaged. And the straight-sided coke looks pretty nice. But it does have a very small flake on the lip. So it's not perfect, but it certainly looks good on a shelf. Then we got these two of them from Paducah, Kentucky. And we got this early extract type bottle. Why does it have to say quality guaranteed twice? I don't know, but it looks like it's from the 1880s. And this odd pint size, so it was probably a paper label dispensary, but of course it had to have a crack in it, and I don't have one like this. I think it's rather interesting with those, whatever you call those ribs sticking out of the sides. Would have added that to my collection of odd flasks. I guess I still will, even with the crack in it. And here's one that is probably from around 1888 to 1892, pre-dispensary flask era. It came out with the brick-lined hull. They must have dipped it a number of times, because obviously if you're going to build 6-foot walls of brick in the ground, you're going to want to keep using it forever. There could have been hundreds and hundreds of bottles in a hole that size, but there was only about 22 of them in there. So even though it's a slick one, I kind of like it. And of course it has initials on the bottom. Don't usually pay attention to that kind of stuff, but what is that? Do you know what that mark means?